Hey everyone, this is Prabodh and welcome to my YouTube channel. Everyone should know how to program a computer because it teaches you how to think. Well, obviously, these are not my words. Steve Jobs had said these words in one of his interview. So, if you are not from a technical background, then still you can watch my videos. Let me tell you, all the competitive programming questions are just like riddles. You have to come up with some logic, but the only thing is logic should be generalized. So if you like to solve riddles, then stay tuned and let's jump to our problem statement. Today we are going to solve a question from CodeChef Long Challenge, that is event matrix. Problem statement says that we have to generate a matrix M with n number of rows and n number of columns. It says M will be delicious if it follows these three conditions. It also says that it can be proved that a solution always exists, so no problem. And if there are multiple solutions, you may find anyone. Good. So input format is like this, where n is number of rows and columns, I think. Yeah. And we have to print a delicious matrix M. Okay, fine. So let's say value of n is 5. So our matrix will look something like this, where 5 number of rows and 5 number of columns. So mr comma c means a cell with row number r and column number c. So when I say m2 comma 3, it means second row and third column, so this cell. Okay, let's say if I'll add any constant a to my row and column value, then you will see basically I'll be traversing in diagonal direction. Okay, so let's say for example I'm at position this, I'm 1 comma 1, and let's say value of a is 3. Okay, so I'll if I'll add a to my row and column, so I'll be basically traversing to m1 plus 3 comma 1 plus 3, so m4 comma 4, isn't it? So in diagonal direction. So what this first condition is saying that if I'm at any specific cell, then all the elements in the diagonal direction of that cell plus the current cell, their summation should be even. What I mean is, if let's say I'm at position this, so this cell and value at this cell, their summation should be even, or value at this cell and value at this cell, their summation should be even, or let's say this cell and this cell, or this cell or and this cell. Okay, their summation should be even. Now let's say if I'll add a constant a to my row value only, keeping the columns in, then you can see I'll be just traversing in vertically downward direction, right? And if I'll add a constant a to my column value, keeping the row value same, then I'll be traversing in horizontally right direction, right? So according to the second condition, if I'm at any specific cell, then the cell which are equidistant from this cell, which are from which one should be horizontally right direction and vertically downward direction, their sum should be even. Okay, so for example, if a value is, let's say, 3, then value at m1 plus 3 comma 1, that is m4 comma 1, so this cell, and m what let's say 1 plus 1 comma 1 plus 3, so it's this. Okay, so value at this cell and this cell, their sum should be even. Okay, so in this problem the main catch is that we should know that if we'll add odd with an odd number, then we will always get an odd, oh sorry, even number, right? If I'll add a even with an odd number, then I will always get odd number. If I'll add even with even, then I will always get even. And I'm interested in these two situations, isn't it? So let me first erase these things. Okay. Let's say I'm starting with this cell and I'm putting 1 over here. So according to my first condition, all the values in this diagonal should be odd, because if I'm putting 1 over here which is odd, and I know if I'm taking any one odd number, then second should be odd, and only then I will get even number, isn't it? So all the diagonal values should be odd. So here I'm putting 3, let's say 5, 7 and 9. Okay, so now moving on to this cell. So let's say if again I'll put an odd number over here, let's say 11, then according to this second condition, the value at this cell and this cell, their summation should be even, because if I'm at position this and let's say value of a is 1, then it should satisfy this condition. And I know if this is an odd number, then this should be odd number as well. So let's say 13. But again, according to my first condition, if I'm using odd number over here, then I have to put odd number over here, 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 and here, because this one is also an odd number. And you will see I cannot use this much odd numbers because I don't have them. Because basically we can use 1 to n square, that is 1 to 25 numbers, and every number should be distinct. Okay, so I cannot use odd number in this, right? So let's erase it. So what I can do is I can use an even number over here, so let's say 2. So if I'm using 2 over here, that is even number, then I have to use even number over here as well according to my second condition, isn't it? So let's say 4 over here. Again, using first condition, if this is even, then all these cells should be even. So 6, 8, 10, 12, 14 and 16. Now let's say I'm at this position, then according to my second condition, this cell and this cell, their summation should be even. And if we want even number, then if I'm using odd over here, then I have to use odd over here again, right? So next odd number is 11. If I am using odd number over here, then diagonal number should be odd as well. So 13 and 15. Again, if I'm using even number over here, then I have to use even number over here. So next even 18 and 20. So we can fill all these remaining cell in same fashion. So if you'll see, we have a pattern over here. Okay, so what is that pattern is the fashion in which we are printing this number. If you see, I'm printing like an odd number, then even number, then odd number, then even number, and if you'll calculate for this, this is going to be odd because this is odd, right? So odd, even, odd, even, odd, and so on. So actually this is the solution for this problem statement. But there's one more thing. Let's say if value of n is 4. Okay, so we'll get matrix something like this. And if we'll try to fill this matrix according to this fashion, then it will look something like 1, 2, 3 and 4. Okay, but you'll see that I cannot print 5 over here, because this element is an even number, isn't it? If this is even, then this should be even, because it has to satisfy this second condition. So if I want an even number over here, then what I can do is I will store 5. Okay, I will store 5, then I will continue to print. So 6, sorry, 7, then 8, then 9. Again I cannot print 10 because I am using odd number over here, so I have to use odd number because of same reason. Then I'll store this 10. then continuing. So 11, 12, 13, 14. Again I cannot print 15 over here, same reason. So I'll be storing 15 in this, and then 16. Now according to this condition, I cannot print a number which is greater than n square, that is 4 square, that is 16. So I cannot print 17 and 18. Okay, so now what can I do is I'll take these elements. Okay, so I'll pop one element from this and I'll print this over here. So 5, then 10, and then this 15. Okay, now you can check in every cell we are following all the constraints which are given to us, and this is our solution. So when n is an even number, then we will use this condition, and if it is an odd number, then we will print all the numbers in this fashion. Okay, odd, even, odd, even. So let's go to coding part. So here we are first taking input t, then input n, where n is number of rows and number of columns. Then I'll be printing k. So I'm just initializing k with 1. Then I'm using temp, this list, which I'll be using for this purpose. Okay. So then I'm using these two for loops to iterating through all the elements of the matrix. Here I am checking if I'm at the last column of a row. It's basically because I have to print all the elements in a row with space separated, but each row should be in different line, right? So that's why I'm checking this. If I'm if k is greater than, or if k is greater than n square, then I know temp will contain some elements. So I'll be just popping out the first element from the temp and I'll be printing it. Else I'll print k. Once I have printed the k value, then I'll increment it by 1. After printing a column, then I will append my list temp with value k only if it is an if only if n is an even number. The reason I already told you. If it is an even number, we will use this. Otherwise, we will use this fashion. Okay. So let's try to submit this code. Okay, so thank you very much. And if you like this video, then please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. And I know actually I was kind of panicked. This was my first attempt. So please let me know how I can improve myself. So that's it. Thank you.